Well, if rain is putting a damper on your Valentine's Day plans, we got some ideas for you. You just stay inside.
Yeah, that's a great idea. And ABC 10's Marcus Allen joins us live in studio with more movie and show recommendations. But most importantly, I heard Jacob Elordi.
Yeah, we'll get to that. In fact, you're actually kicking something down the road that I want to talk to. There's something that's more important to you right now, and that's Bridgerton. Say a couple words about Bridgerton.
Spicy.
And?
And you have to watch it. I absolutely love Bridgerton. It's a must watch.
That's largely why I'm leading with this. Thank you very much for leading me onto this. Bridgerton, the 4 episodes have dropped for this season. We have to wait a couple more weeks until we get the next 4. What I can tell you is that, yeah, it's like Downton Abbey, but with a lot more steam and a lot more things we can't talk about on morning TV, if you know what I'm saying, and I think you'll like it. Along with that, a great plot line. This season very much, if you can't tell by this, leans into Cinderella, but you'll discover that when you discover it. And I know a lot of people are screaming at me right now, already saying, we already know about this, so move along. Well, here's something that you probably haven't seen. Wuthering Heights, on the same period piece tip, only this time you have Margot Robbie, and yes, here's your Jacob Elordi. The heat is because the chemistry in this movie is amazing. It's not just me. Look at Rotten Tomatoes. It is through the roof. Doesn't hurt that Jacob Elordi is probably going to win the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor. There is a move that he does that is so romantic that ups the bar for the rest of us, and I can't wait to try it in the rain this weekend with my wife. I asked Margot why this scene is so huge. Listen.
I don't know. I remember saying that. I was like, that's the most romantic thing. That's so interesting. There were so many gestures and moments like this. That wasn't in the script. That's just something we started rehearsing and there was rain. And I was going like this because the rain machine was on and he just instinctively, being a gentleman, went to block it for me. And both Emerald and I were like, yeah. Do that in the scene. That was so romantic. I think I said it to my husband. I was like, you've never put your hands over my eyes when it's rain. He's like, what are you? He's like, I'm guessing this is something that's happened at work today. I was like,
Catch me this weekend. I'm going to be the guy following my wife around like this, keeping her out of the rain. Trust me, you'll know the move. You're going to love it. This movie is relentlessly romantic. But let's say you don't want to go out. Let's talk about staying at home again. Why don't you dust off this? The Notebook. How long has it been since you've thought about this? Maybe you've never even heard of it, but it is ridiculously romantic as well. You probably didn't know it had Sacramento roots. Nicholas Sparks grew up right here in Fair Oaks, wrote the beats to this movie before he even left for college. So there. Rachel McAdams is amazing in it. You know what she's amazing in? The #1 movie in America for the 2nd week in a row, Send Help. Not romantic, but I promise you, if you're in the mood to hate on the other sex, or if you're in the mood to just cheer with your other half, this would be a great date night out. Back to you two.
Oh, by the way, so many good options.
Choices there.
We'll dig deeper and take a look this weekend, Friday at 9:30, and then also on the ABC 10 Plus app.
I also wonder what Margot Robbie's husband is thinking throughout this, as you know, she brings home. I mean, there's obviously got to be a lot of trust in that relationship, but is it hard for him to watch this?
Why are you steering the pot, James?
I'm just saying. Well, I'll tell you, putting the romantic gesture and stuff.
I feel like that's kind of like the Spider-Man kiss, the one that nowadays a little.
I would be worried if I were either of their other halves. And in fact, our correspondent that did that interview for Take a Look this weekend said, there's a weird energy. They're being really weird.
Yeah.
I remember sitting down with Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie when we were talking about Mr. and Mrs. Smith. And you know what happened there?
What happens in Vegas? What happens in Hollywood?